Shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom. All praises. Mighty lesson from my brother Yeshaya. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So, today I'm just going to talk about some endurance, Israel. Because we've been going through the precepts. And it's beautiful precepts to hear. How the Most High is going to have mercy upon Jacob and yet choose Israel. And put all the curses that was upon us, upon the heathen. And in these last days, we know that it can get very weary. You know? Brother said it beautifully. When we counsel with each other, it's a beautiful thing because it keeps us strong, it keeps us fighting, and we keep going through these precepts and getting an understanding of what's to come to these other nations. You know? That the mighty men of valor can wake up, but we have to enjoy. So Baba Kusha, if you could get me the Sirach 2 and 1, please, Baba Kusha. Bring it up, please.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright.
Yeah, so when you come to serve the Most High, we have to prepare our soul for these temptations, man. Because Babylon is wicked. Like her sins has reached the heavens. So how much more is it? Remember, it tells us they think to wear at the saints of the Most High, but the Most High said, prepare thyself for temptations. Read, King.
And constantly endure.
And what?
And constantly endure.
And what?
And constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Come. So we have to constantly endure all that's coming to us. The same way Yahweh Shah Mashiach endured for us, we have to endure for our brethren and for Israel. Remember, we in these days, we didn't have the strength that we had back then with our forefathers. You know, because the amount of wickedness that we've grown up to in the society is very heavy, but the scriptures are light to us. So this is why I've come back to speak about endurance, because where do we find endurance? In the law, statutes and commandments.
That's right.
That's where we find our endurance. That's why we have Baba Kusha. Get me Book of Joshua 1 and 8, Baba Kusha. This is why we have scriptures like this. Yeah?
Sirach 2 and 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Exactly that. Like, the Most High said, blessed is he that gets chastised. So when we're going through this chastisement, it's for you to have the spirit and ask the Most High and pray and fast that the Most High builds you back up when you're at a low state. We can't do it on our own. We have to do it with our brothers, because too many times you have that individual-like spirit, and it's not gonna work, man. So this is why we have this. Baba Kusha, bring it up.
Yeah, this is Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mightest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy ways prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Yeah. So we're meant to meditate in this book, so even in these last days that we don't tremble. We don't crumble under the pressure. It can get very weary at times. You know? Baba Kusha, get me on. Come on.
Yeah, verse 9. Have not I commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For Yahweh thy power is with thee, whether so thou goest.
So when we go through these tribulations, we shouldn't be afraid, man. That's why we're out here and we're trying to wake up our people. Because in the latter end, Yahweh Ratazah, that he's chosen, and when we're on the highways and byways, we can take some of the sheep with us, man. That we've enjoyed and we've labored long enough that we can see Israel get the kingdom. We've been suffering for too long. Yeah? Because there's spiritual wickedness that's going on around us, that's blindsiding our people. You know? Men want to dress up like women. Women want to dress up like men. It's an abomination unto us. But these are the things that Babylon gets us comfortable in. And this is why the Most High gives us these scriptures for our instruction, man. This is our learning to endure. Read this, King.
This is the book of Ephesians 4 verse 12. For the perfecting of the... This is Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
That's what it is. We see it on a physical plane, but we're also fighting against it on a spiritual plane. But Israel, the Most High has given us these laws, statutes and commandments to discern the spirits, to endure in these last days. Because there's going to be a great falling away. And that's going to be amongst the 2/3, even amongst the servants, man. Now when they're plowing on the highways and byways, the Most High can swap you out in a heartbeat. In a blink of an eye, in a twinkling of an eye, He can switch you out. He can be like, Kyle, your job is done. Now let me put a fresh brother in. And leave you as a reprobate. But we pray that the Most High don't make us reprobates, man. That's why you have to endure, man. The same way Yahushua endured and suffered the temptations. You got a precept, King? Come on, let's quick.
And this is Luke chapter 19 and verse 23. When thou gavest, wherefore then gavest thou not thou my money into the blanket, that at my coming I might have inquired mine own with usury? And he said unto them that stood by, take from him the pound and give it to him that hath 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Master, Yahushua, he have 10 pounds. For I say unto you that unto everyone that have, which have, shall be given, and from him have not, yet even that he have shall be taken away from him.
So if you're not enduring and you're not even trying to hold fast and, go through the tribulations, pray, fast, and give thanks to the Most High, and repent, He can take away your coin, man. He can take away your light, man. Your candlestick. Just by being a bit itchy. So let's stay strong, Israel, Baba Kushal. You mighty men out there that are teaching on the highways and byways, Baba Kushal, pray to your help, Hashem Yahushua, that you stay strong. You brothers out there that are learning the truth and sincerity and building up the spirit to go out there and teach on the highways and byways in this last day, stay strong. You sisters that are out there holding it down for your husbands, being submissive unto your husbands, teaching the children diligently, stay strong. Yeah? Come.
This is going back to being on your own. This is the Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he have not another to help him up.
Come. So we endure together in this. You're not on your own. And I'm not going to be wrong and strong and I'll hold up my hand and be guilty of that. You know, I have my brothers with me. That's why sometimes you have to discern the spirit, because pride can just creep in and do all manner of wickedness in your mindset. You know? So I want to say Salakia to Israel for my ignorance. And I pray that Israel forgives me and my, because remember, we didn't fall because of everyone committed sin. We fell for one man. If one man goes up, the whole nation falls. So I say Salakia Israel. Yeah? But let's get this in, let's get some endurance. You know, let's speak about Yahweh Shai and that temptations. If you bring me Baba Kushar, Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1. Yeah? 4 and 1. No, chapter 4 verse 1, start at 1, we're gonna go through to 11. Yeah, because of Yahweh Shai, he was our schoolmaster, man. The Most High used him to show endurance, to redeem us of our sins. He had to go through the persecution. He was a man without guile, man. He didn't sin not. So, come.
That's from the same thing you were saying. It says, this is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 37, verse 12.
Bring it out, King.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of Yahweh, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it.
All praises to the Most High. Yeah, counsel with your brothers, man, with your brethren. Because when we counsel with our brethren, I had to call my brother, and I was in the way. But my brother gave me counseling, man. You know? When we keep the commandments, my brother was there to help me. And I said to Wada to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua that I have mighty men around me, man. To help me keep pushing.
That's right.
You know? Because I miscarried, yeah, I did. Miscarry, it means to let go of what you was holding, man. That's to me, like to fall off a little bit, to have a stumbling block. That's a miscarry, man. In these last days, we're going to see a lot of miscarriages. Yeah? A lot of brothers are going to fall by the wayside, and we don't want that. This is why we had Yahweh Shai to come and show us the ways, man. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Allah. And all of you, and your pastors are not going to break it down like this for you. They're going to say to you, or your heathens, they're going to say to you, it's okay. You know, there's always tomorrow. The Most High said, don't count on tomorrow what you're going to wear, man. Because tomorrow's not set for you. No,
So this is Luke chapter 22 and verse 31. And Yahweh Shai said, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he may fit you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thou fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
Do what?
Strengthen thy brethren. And he said unto him, Yahweh Shai, I am not ready to go with thee both into prison. So I am ready to go with thee both into prison and to death. And he said, I tell thee, Peter. Yeah, that's it.
God, big up Peter. And big up Simon, man. The moment that he was ready, Yahweh Shai told him, look, Satan wants you, bro, but you're my brother and I love you, and I pray to our Father that he don't take you. He had that counseling. And Peter said, yo, man, I'm ready for this. So we have to be ready to take up our burdens and our crosses as well, man. No matter what. In the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. No matter what. You know? Come on, man. Israel needs to wake up, man. We need to understand what's going to profit in this lifetime. You're already in hell. Why not do the works of the Most High to see heaven, man? To see the heaven that He's promised us, which is going to be better than this kingdom. Yahweh Shai did so, and let's find out. Let's go to the account where He was offered the blessings of this world and He denied it unto death. Read, King.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil.
To be tempted of who?
To be tempted of the devil.
And the devil just means to be tempted of the deceiver. Now what nation of people have deceived our people, man? Your pastors ain't breaking it down to you like this. Devil means to deceive. Who has deceived many nations? We're bringing this out. That's why that's why beautiful teaching by the brother. The curses are gonna go upon our enemies. So for us to tell you that should show you who the deceiver was. So does but through many lives to profit of our backs, of our ancestors, to gain their kingdom. Yahushua was tempted, yeah, from the devil.
And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights.
Hey, don't try and be like Yahushua. I pray you brothers out there, be perfect like the Most High, but don't try and do the fasting 40 days, 40 nights in vain. Because the Most High will check you. Don't tempt the Most High, Baba Kashar. Don't tempt him. Go and read.
He was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of power, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of power.
That's right.
That's right. Man can't live by bread alone, so you can't just live on, just eating this and eating that and reading a little bit here and reading it. Nando's,
Five Guys.
your Tesco's, Five Guys. You can't just be eating up them things and think it's sufficient unto you. That's why we brought out the Joshua 1 and 8. You're meditating it day and night. This, you know why he said it took him 40 days and 40 nights and he was hungry? Because in 40 days and 40 nights, do you think Yahushua put down this book? He was in it. Just read it. Boom, 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 boom. Getting the laws. Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And then when it came to that time where he actually ate enough, his belly was a bit... So the tempter was like, okay, so you've eaten so much that's sufficient. Let's see if I can make you vomit. Because that's what happens though. Bible Kushab, where's that take on what's sufficient unto you, at least you vomit. Because that's what can happen to us as well. When we're trying to do this work and we're not enduring, and we're seeking fast, like, we're biting off more than what we can chew, can bug us out, man. Can make you vomit. Make you just go reprobate in mind. Yeah, repeat, right?
Yeah, I've got one of them. I don't know. Yeah, this is Sirach. Proverbs 25 and 25 and 27. This is Sirach chapter 23, Sirach chapter 3 verse 21. Seek not out the things that are hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength, but what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret.
So don't try and bite off more than what you can chew, man. Don't try and think. Remember, Yahushua, he was growing up in the laws, man. Like he was growing up in the laws. It was from Nazareth. Remember, the Nazarites took a vow of separation. So they held a stronger vibration than most Israel. They were giving into strong drinks. They weren't doing all of this. They weren't doing all of that. They was separated. So Yahushua had that strong, all praises the Most High, that's it. But don't bite off more than what you can chew. That's going to make you bug out, Israel, and make you not want to endure for this truth. Read, King.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 27. It is not good to eat much honey. So for men to search their own glory is not glory. He that...
Yeah, man. So take what's sufficient unto you. Yahushua did, but he had faith in the Most High. He had faith in our Heavenly Father that he can endure, because he already knew that he was prophesied to come. So he already had that zeal to endure, man.
Verse 15.
Yeah?
Oh, right, let me read it. This is Proverbs 25 verse 16. As thou find honey, eat so much as is sufficient for thee, lest thou be filled therewith and vomited.
Come, playing upon table. Study as much as you can study that the Most High are allowing to you. At least you vomited, man. If you pick up and you're reading a chapter, 2 chapters, and then you feel a bit weary, Selah. Take it in, meditate on it. Don't try and be over-righteous. Over-righteous can loosen that zealous for you and that endurance, man. Yeah? Take it in part, Israel. Yeah, so man can't live by bread alone. Yeah, continue.
Matthew 4 and 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of power, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against the stone. Yahushua said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then Yahushua said unto him, Then saith Yahushua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy power, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him.
That's it on that. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That endurance that Yahushua had. And he had that endurance for Israel. Satan, as we know, Shalom sister. Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That endurance that Yahushua had for the nation, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Now we are brothers today. Satan comes. I've got a record deal for you. All you need to do is follow me. Brothers are quick to jump on it. You know, there's nothing in the shops, but I've got some food for you. Brothers will kind of be quick to take that food. You know, put your book down and come party with me. Brothers already, yeah, I did my studies. Let me put the book down, man. You have to endure, man. We have to fight, man. Let's keep the endurance up.
Sure.
Get me the one James, the one in James that you brought up, Baba Kashar. And if you can get me, Baba Kashar, get me Matthew 26 and 41, okay? Come on, bring this one now, King.
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 1. Let me start 1. James, a servant of power and of Yahushua HaMashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have a perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
So yeah, man, be patient, when, be happy when the Most High is trying to put all these temptations in front of you, that you can endure them. So when you put something in there, you can look at it like, nah, I don't want that. You know, especially you Jakes out there that like to go with Claire and with Stacy and Sabrina, and you put something in front of you, you're like, nah, I don't want no dog to come pass around me. Don't worry about that. I've got a beautiful daughter of Zion. You know, them temptations there. When brothers are coming up to you with a little Joe, like, brothers that are wicked smoking, when they come up to you, nah, I don't want that no more, because you know why the Most High took you away from them things, because you studied the law, statutes and commandments. You know how to enjoy and get away because you're using the scriptures. Not Egyptology, not no Quran, but the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that is established throughout our generation. Yeah? So to my brothers, to my Akim and my Akwas that is scattered across the four winds, Shalom. Greetings. Enjoy. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah? Can't keep. Got one more on that one?
James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai have promised to them that love him.
No, I was going to bring that one out later, but we'll get back to that. We'll come back to that one. No, the word of King, it's true. Enjoy so we can get the crown, and we're going to find out about that crown a little bit later, what the crown of life is. You know? Because this is all it's about. It's about enduring to get that crown, to get the kingdom. Yeah? That's what we're here to do. We're here to fight, to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, but to teach our brothers and sisters to endure the temptations that come, so we can get the kingdom. So we can be like David when he got the Ark of the Covenant back, and we can, you know, ain't even going to be called the Harlem Shake no more. It's going to be the Zion Shake. We can Zion Shake to the Most High and give praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. And give him thanks for endurance. Bring your things back. Can you think about the question?
Yeah, Matthew 26 and verse 41. Watch and pray that they enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
So watch when you see these temptations come. Because sometimes temptations, the heathens, they come with their smooth words. They'll say something that sounds so sweet. And you're like, oh yeah? And you could be tired. Them long days at the plantation, all you want to do is just go home and just Selah, curse out Babylon, and then they catch you at your weak point, the same way that the devil did to Yahushua when he was at hunger. Come up and be, yo, yeah, you know I got a little party thing to go to, do you want to come with me? And you're weak now, your mind's all beguiled, like, yeah bro, I'll do that still. Now you're going back into that temptation. Then they think you're material and be like, nah, like, I'll go home and read my scriptures. I'm hungry. You know? Bless when you endure, man, the temptations. You know, it even says, bless the man that when the master cometh and see him doing, it's a great thing. Yeah? Yeah, so we just need to keep enduring, because it's some hard times out here. And we know that it's getting harder because of the devil has about short times. So you know, through the signs and the prophecies that the Most High has given us and the understandings, we are at the end. It tells you that in, get me Luke chapter 21, Luke 21 and Luke 21. Because these are things that are happening in days. 26. Luke 21, 26.
This is the book 21 and verse.
No, I was just gonna say, because you see that, right, just because you see that scripture there, right, when it talks about the Matthew's 26:41. It's saying obviously that you see the flesh, right? The flesh, it don't profit it nothing, right? You know what I mean? Because it says in the script, the spirit, it that's what profit is. The spirit is the laws and the commandments. So that the flesh, it can kind of like.
We got next one day.
Praises to Allah. So yeah, that's right. What we got going on right now, right, is the flesh. The fleshly thing is carnal, innit? It's all unto sin. It's all unto sin, right? So we need to keep lawful. We need to keep watch. And I just got a quick picture. Romans Alright, chapter 7 and verse 24. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? I thank Yahweh through Yahweh Shai Mashiach Adawan. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, but with the flesh, the law of sin. So look, this mind, right, that we got to serve the Most High, all right, because this law we got, all right, it's in the commandments, it's in the laws, it's in the statutes, but so this flesh that we have, it's wretched, man. It can lead you away. It can lead you away to do stupidness, man. Like the brother said, temptations of smoking, temptation of keeping up with Caesar ball, white Jesus, all right, lusting after philosophies of the wicked, man. All right, that's the devil that's tempting you in your ear. All right, come put more money in the collection plate. All right, all of these damn wicked pastors, these are lust, these are awareness of the flesh, man.
Beautifully said, King, beautifully said. You know, these are the things that we have to be aware of in these last days. You know? Then read that, King.
This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
Yeah, so when you're in this truth, prepare your soul for temptation, man, and endure. Because sometimes you want to look at this destruction. You know when you get that zeal, and like, you're very fiery, you're like, yeah, like, I'm done with Babylon. Just want it to be, like, that's why we have to have patience. Endurance means patience. Endurance means patience. So we cannot be, what's that word, radical and roaring so much. Because Yahweh Shai, how much more Yahweh Shai is doing it, but he's holding his patience.
For the elect's sake.
For the elect's sake. He said, I have long time held my peace, but he's holding his peace. You really think Yahweh Shai is going to step out of line and just be like, nah, I'm not going to listen to them, I'm going to go down and get Edom now. Remember, he wants them more than we want them. But in that day, the Most High is going to put his spirit upon all of us that we are equally minded with him. So we're going to feel everything that Yahweh Shai went through. We cannot imagine, we cannot even fathom the pain, the persecution, spiritually, physically, mentally, that Yahweh Shai went through for our sins. And all he asks for us to do is keep the law, statutes and commandments and endure. So we need to stay humble, we need to have that patience, Brother Bashar. Come, bring it out.
Yeah, Romans 8:32. He that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Yeah, man. Yeah, the Most High, man. He spared us, you know what I mean, by giving us the Messiah, man. Right? The Most High Yahweh spared us by giving his son Yahweh Shai. All right, for the elect's sake, man. All right, and for the 1/3 that want to diligently seek and hearken unto him. So like, yo, man, we need to just be humble and endure, man. All right, the hardships the same way he would do it for it, man.
Man, exactly. You know, we have to take up our cross. It's a heavy burden, but when you got brothers, it becomes light. Because we're all going through the same captivity. We're all going through the same curses. And we all have the same laws as Israel. From Abraham, Isaac to Jacob to the 12 tribes.
That's right.
We got the same laws, so we hold the same burdens. So if Yahweh Shai can endure for us, not Rastafari, Israelites, born Rastafarian, born Selassie. Because Selassie is the Ethiopian.
How are the Israelites?
We are the Israelites.
Tell me how are the Israelites?
How are the Israelites? Deuteronomy chapter 28 and Let's get the curses. Let's show him. Let's show him. Give him 68. Let's do. Let's do.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships,
With what?
with
With
ships,
ships.
but with
With
ships.
ships.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Now here, tell me this, King. What nation of people is documented to go in slavery with ships? What nation of people?
The black people.
The black people. So this is from the Bible. So how long ago did that happen? Do you know when that happened?
Couple 100 years ago.
About 100 years ago. So look,
1650.
yeah. So we need to understand who is black
Okay.
and who went through that curse.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Man from Israel, man of the Israelites, yeah? What part of Abraham ancestors you come from since Abraham and Jacob and the Israelites? I'm saying Africa is African, Israel is Israel. So how Africans become Israel and Israel become African? Can you tell me that?
Fine. So listen, we go through the genealogy.
Yeah? To see.
Yeah. So how we can tell, yeah, is because of the Most High. He told us already through the scriptures that He set a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Yeah. Exodus. Yeah. So that's how we know, because before we even went into slavery, the Israelites went into the west coast of Africa. We ran into Africa, so we're not Africans. Yeah?
This is the book of Exodus 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel,
Against who?
but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So the Most High put a difference between the seed of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob to the seed of Ham. So we know through the curses, and it tells you in the Son Bible Dictionary, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Yeah? But of the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Lebanons, and the Canaanites. So Selassie, he's not an Israelite because he comes from the line of Ham.
He's not a Negro.
He's not a Negro. If you go through our curses, pick that up, Abu Kushan. We just read the curses. Yeah? So get me to Deuteronomy 28 and calm. Now I'm going to show you how we can identify that we are the Israelites. Yeah?
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. And it reads, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So all the curses, how we can identify that they're going to be upon our seed land forever. So when we went into captivity, these are all the names that were given us. Slave, yeah? Then we got called crew, nigger, Negro. So Selassie's not a Negro. He's an Ethiopian, he's a Hamite. He's an African.
Yeah? Another curse. And thou shalt become an astonishment, verse 37, Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Most High Yahweh, the Lord, shall lead thee.
So we become a proverb and a byword, king. So when we came, Malak, Malak king means king in the Hebrew. Yeah. So we can become a proverb and a byword. So what they've done to us is they bring this guy called Selassie to teach our people Rastafari this, Rastafari that. But Selassie never freed our people.
No, me not believe in Selassie as the freedom of a
He's a
nation.
God. You never see him as a God.
No, me never see Selassie as no God.
Alright, so Leonard P. Howell, isn't it?
Leonard P. Howard, he gave that Rastafari religion. Yeah?
From Jamaica. It's a fabrication.
He's a fact.
Can't go on, because you're more versatile.
Yeah, like, bro, I was in that stupidness, bro. I've been a Rasta. I used to say, yes, Rastafari. I like conquer line of Judah. Alright, but bro, we need to know that Judah is Israel.
Yeah.
And Judah's got nothing to do with Selassie, bro. Alright, he's a Hamite. He's not our people. So there's a fabrication. When you go to 1 Kings, let's show you the beginning of when Selassie enters. He tries to slither his way into the scriptures, alright? So, are you not there? Your 1 Kings.
I'll get the first Kings.
Yeah, 1 Kings, alright, chapter 10.
So what is the connection between Ethiopia and Israel?
We're going to show you.
So this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 10 and verse 1. And when the queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of Yahweh, she came to prove him with hard questions.
So now Solomon, alright? Solomon is a wise man. He asked the Most High for wisdom and knowledge to lead his people. He become famous because he got all the riches of the world after that, right?
Verse 2, and she came to Jerusalem with the very great train, with camels, with bare spice, and very much gold, and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart.
And that's it. That's all they done. They just talked. People would think, oh, Solomon, he was a gallus, he had so much wives, he must have done something and given her some juki. No, that's not in here. Because when it talks about that, it says he went into her tent, she went into his tent, or it says come in unto her. It would have said and lied with her.
It would have said that.
It would have said that. Because the Bible does talk about these things. So, alright, so look, for him, he would have to be from the genealogy of the Messiah. Selassie would have to come through the bloodline of the Messiah.
True.
You understand that, right?
Yeah, man.
For him to be from Solomon and Makeda and Sheba, that means the Messiah comes from his great grandmother would have to be the lineage would have to be
I
so.
not have that.
So right. So now let's go to Matthew chapter 1. Alright? Matthew chapter 1. Because it shows you the blood lineage. Alright? We're gonna do it because to create a lie, you can have lies, right?
Yeah.
But when you got the Bible that's in front of us, right? You can't lie on this.
You can't change the world.
Well, give me, you know what you want to do? Give me Romans chapter 1 and verse 25.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
Alright, so the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Alright? So people, we can't really use that right now, because you might say that Ethiopia is Judah, innit? Understand?
Yeah.
Alright, we can't use that. So we're gonna just show you that Zephaniah 2. Alright? Romans 1.
Romans 1:23, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Verse 25, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen.
Who changes the truth of God and put lies in front of them? Alright? That's man. Man will always make images. Man will always make a doctrine. Alright? Fabrication. Alright? To corrupt us. Right? So we need to now read this one quickly. We're going to go to Matthew chapter 1. And we're going to go straight to the point, alright? Go to start from 1.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 1 verse 1, the book of the generation of Yahushua Mashiach,
So-called Jesus Christ.
the son of David, the son of Abraham, and the son of Abraham. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judah. Judas,
Jacob
begat Judah and his brethren.
Alright?
Verse 5.
No, son, go straight to the point. Go to verse 6. So it's going to show you all the genealogies from Judah to get into. You get into. Have you heard of Ruth?
Ruth, yeah.
Have you heard of Ruth? And then they had Obed, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then from Obed it talks about Jesse. All right, it's grandmother, great grandmother of David, right?
Jesse Obed.
Matthew chapter 1 and verse 6. And Jesse begat David the king, and David begat David the king begat Solomon of her that had been the wife of Ranish. And Solomon begat Rehoboam, and Rehoboam begat Adad, and Adad begat Aisha. Abiah begat Abiah, and Abiah begat Ayas.
So look, bro, I don't really see nowhere, no Ethiopian.
Yeah, into that.
There's no Ethiopians
You're right.
weaning in that.
You're right. That's
You get it?
true. That's true.
So he can't be from the bloodline of the righteousness.
That's true.
All right?
You're right.
We gotta squash this, man. And we go Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 12. All right, we gotta squash this because we don't mind Ethiopians, but when they come on Isaiah chapter 45, Isaiah 45 and 14, we don't mind.
Go on. How you get this philosophy?
This is the book of Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 12. Ye Ethiopian also shall be slain by my sword.
The Ethiopians are going to be slain by God's sword. All right, the Ethiopians are going to be slain because of what they done Nebuchadnezzar. Right, Nebuchadnezzar's an Ethiopian. He's a Cushite, Babylon, innit? From Babylon to Timbuktu, right? All right, so it's showing us how we went from Daniel's time and how we went into Timbuktu to the Mali Empire. All right, we went there because we disrespected the Most High. All right, we were discontinued from our heritage. All right, so we did go into Africa. There's nothing wrong with saying how the Israelites are in Africa. All right, but we ran away from Roman persecution. You understand? We was told to run away, so we went and dwelled where in predominantly west coast of Africa, because we were in ships from west coast of Africa, right? And that was the curse that the Israelites would go into ships.
What about the ship from Africa to the Caribbean?
Exactly. But Africa is Leo Scipio Africanus. It's a map maker. I think it's this one. Turn this one. All right, it's a map maker. All right. No. All right, it's not that one. It's this one. All right. We don't need to be dealing with this guy.
Alright? Yes, sir.
We're not African.
Yeah.
We're not a white man. African is the name of the guy that drew the map.
Okay.
So we got to be bigger than this, man. We got to grow up and learn. We can't be calling ourselves what the colonizer wants to put names on us as, man.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We need to wake up. We're not Ethiopians. We're not Africans. We're not rusty. All right? We're good. Israel actually means power of God. Prince of power.
That's right.
All right? We're princes of power, bro. It's a powerful name. Yasha Allah.
You don't see no other nation on earth get massacred and crucified than
Amos chapter 3 verse 1.
than the black people.
Alright.
Up to now, I mean, this is black man build factories and build guns and all that.
Alright. Let's do this in meat.
So we can identify what you're telling me.
Alright, let's show you that why the Ethiopians, and you said why have we been put in this position?
Amos 3 and 1.
Amos 3 and 1.
Alright, and Isaiah 42 and 21.
Isaiah 42 and 21.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 14. Thus saith Yahweh, the labour of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia.
This is what the Most High says. Thus saith the Lord. Alright? The Ethiopia and Egypt. This is how we want them to be. Alright?
And of the Sabaeans, men of stature shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine.
Shall we?
And they shall be thine. They shall come after thee in chains.
How are they coming?
In chains.
They're gonna put them handcuffs themselves. Alright, they're gonna come after us in chains.
In chains shall they come over, and they shall fall down unto thee.
They're gonna fall down and say, yo, look, bow to us, put chains on themselves. Alright? Because they don't want no smoke. They're gonna realize who the true people are, true people of God are.
They shall make supplication unto thee.
Egyptians, alright, that's the so-called Somalians. Alright, they're Egyptians, modern day Egyptians. It's in their dialect, it's in their bone structure, it's in their DNA. Alright? Alright? And in the Ethiopians, we know who they are, the Cushites, alright? They're gonna make supplications unto us. See, when we came out of Egypt and they gave us the gold and all the things, then we had the unleavened bread, we had the Passover, alright? They're gonna do the same thing. What's done in the old, it's gonna be done in the new time.
Alright?
And they shall fall down unto thee, they shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely power, God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God.
There's no God in the team. The God is only with you lot. The God is only with you king. He's not with them. Alright? And they're gonna come and they're gonna know. Right now they're laughing at us. They're thinking, look at these guys, look what they're wearing the damn, look like Power Rangers. You know what I mean? They got sticks in their hands, they got Bibles, they got looking like ninjas with the head wraps.
But people know see different things.
But they're not waking up.
People see a two different things.
Yeah, spiritually.
Them might pass and see you in one different way, me pass and see you in a different way too.
Yeah, well, however they want to see us, right?
That's why we could start and stop and relate to you.
Yeah.
Why just instead of man just pass through and then like see her like the wood there, see her like totally different thing, see her on a higher level.
We was in the Gucci, we was in the Louis Vuitton, but then they'll wear them things and then Gucci will make a black face disrespecting them. And then what you gonna do now? Who you gonna wear now? Tommy Hilfiger said he don't like you. Then you only wear Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton said he don't want you in his clothes. So you're putting all these things in these people, driving their cars. We invented them, but they're driving it. We're making money, paying their insurance, paying their road tax, paying their MOT, paying their petrol. Petrol's dying out. This is dying. Cars. So what? We're trying to tell our people, well, wake them up, but they just happy. They're happy being stupid. Paying their team. And these guys are not the Jews. These guys are the devil the Bible speaks of. They are not the real Jews. Atom Laila Hui Atara Mumzir. Yara Mumza. Alright? But they are pretending to be us. The Bible specifically says that they have stolen our thing. So let's show you, King, yeah? Isaiah, you got Isaiah? Yeah, bring the Isaiah out first. Let's show the brother why we're in this predicament that we're in today.
21, yeah? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 21. The Lord will plead for the righteous, for righteousness' sake. He will magnify the law and make it honorable. But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
But this is a people, we're robbed and we're spoiled, man. Our people, we can think that we're nice and we're happy, but we're not living it up. We're living in the ghettos. We're living in the slums. Alright, we're robbed and we're spoiled, man. Our people don't want to admit it. Oh, I'm not a slave. You are. You're children of slaves, man. We're robbed and spoiled.
The people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Our people are in holes, man. We're in the ghettos, innit? And if they don't believe that, then they're living a lie. They're living some illusion. They're waking up in a dream world, man. Alright, we're robbed and spoiled, man.
Yo, make a move on, brother.
And they are hid in prison houses.
Just keep going. We're in prisons, right? We're hid in prison houses, right? This is happening today.
Yes, it's true.
They are for a prey and none deliver it. For a spoil and none saith restore.
Alright, keep going.
Verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear of the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil?
So look, the Ethiopians ain't spoiled, man. The Ethiopians will love to proclaim they have never been conquered. Alright? Jacob has been conquered. So Selassie, he is not an Israelite, bro. Alright?
And who have given Jacob for a spoil and Israel for a robber to the robbers.
Israel's gone to the robbers, the ones that have stolen us, put us in this damn, look at this, man. Look at this, Emmett Till, man. Alright? Look at the man on his back. Alright? Who's gone through that? Not the Ethiopians. Alright? Not the Egyptians. Alright?
Did not the Lord Yahweh, he against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obtained unto his laws.
So we went through this because we've gone through curses, bro. Generational curses. Like we said at the beginning. This is a sign-on for us. Alright? That's how you know we're the Israelites, King. You need to fear God, bro. You need to start keeping these commandments, bro. Look these up. This is serious. Alright? We are the Israelites.
Respect,
Alright? Peace and love. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, King. Alright, look up the channel, yeah? You have the thing there, yeah? Alright, all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Khan, all praises. The word of. And you see, that's how we meant to enjoy with each other, because of, if I'm not well versed in something, I know a brother that is. So I'm not gonna try and take that, but I will help my brother bring out the precepts. We're one body, we have to work at it. You know? I had to call it out though, because he said Rasta. I had to, yeah. I had to burn it. No, burn Ethiopia, man.
That's right.
So he came over, then the Most High brought him in because the brother was in. Got edified. Now look at the brother glowing. He's starting to glow.
Brother was in Egyptology. If Egyptology comes up, then brother can bring out that Egyptology Bible.
Can't. You see how the Most High works with us, and this is how Yahweh Shai had his disciples, man.
Like guys in Muslim things as well. Same thing. Like say, go on.
Yeah, that's all beautiful. So let's go. Baba Kusha, get me. What did I see? Endurance. Get me. What did I ask you to bring up before?
James 1 and 12.
Yeah, James chapter. I know. Yeah, let's bring back James 1 and 12. I'm not gonna stay too long on the Israel because we want to bring out the Nazarite news. You know. So let's go James 1 and 12. Get me Baba Kusha, Sirach 44 and 1.
Yeah. This is the book of James. Chapter.
Let's keep going. It's more of
This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which Yahweh have promised to them that love him. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of power, for power cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death.
When you start drawing away from these laws, and you start wanting to deal with like worldly stuff and the affairs of this world, it's gonna bring you onto sin. And then when that brings you onto sin, sin brings you onto death. That is a reprobate mind of death, going back into the congregation of the dead, and that's physical death, because you're gonna get killed up with Babylon's destruction. Now I don't want that for me. I don't want that for my brothers. That's why I pray to the Most High that He keeps us enduring, man. How Yahweh Shai did it with His 12 disciples, they endured. You know? Bring this one out for me, King Baba Kusha.
I'm not bringing up Hebrews 11 first. Yeah, go Hebrews 11.
Yeah, Hebrews chapter 11, and I'll start from verse 12. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, as the sand which is by the sea shore innumerable. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers as pilgrims on the earth.
So our forefathers and our ancestors, man, they endured, man. They endured. They were like, yeah, we want to see the downfall, man. We want to see the downfall. But they knew they had to endure and have that patience because it weren't for their time. So they did it unto death.
That's right.
They wish they could have seen it in their time, that we come out of this captivity. Can you imagine if we saw it in their time? If we saw it in their time and they came out, we'll be living in the kingdom now. We'll be living in the kingdom right now if they didn't have the prophecy. But now we know through the spirit and going through the understanding that they're back here today. We don't know who they are, but they're getting what they asked. Their heart's desire was to see the downfall, and the Most High, He's obviously putting regeneration to being here in these end days. Yeah? Bring it out, King.
First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 19. Then Matthias answered and spake with a loud voice through all the nations that are under the king's domain, obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and gave consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
That's right.
God forbid that we forsake the law. God forbid that we forsake the law and the ordinances.
Man, yeah, man. So those I thought we have to big it up to like all praises to the 12 disciples and the other 70 disciples that went out 2 by 2 that held it down. The mighty men of valor. But doing that, yeah. And the Akins and the Maccabees, the Maccabean era, we have to give all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, we have to give thanks to them, because if it wasn't for those brothers in the Maccabees and the 12 disciples fighting for our laws, we would not have this understanding. We wouldn't be here right now to say endure, because they saw it unto death. So we have to be like our forefathers and see it unto death. Let's not follow the heathens because it's sweet and we can do whatever we want. Bring up this one, King.
Yeah, First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 50. Now therefore, my sons, be zealous for the law, and give your lives for the covenant of our fathers.
And do what?
And give our lives for the covenant of our fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
And through that we know that our forefathers endured for the salvation, for the faith, for the commandments, for the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, not for their own vain glory, not to be pleasers of the heathens, the colonizers.
Because faith without works is death.
Say that again, King.
Because faith without works is death.
Faith without works is death. So you have to have faith that the Most High is going to help you endure. He's giving you brothers to do it. That's faith there. That's the works there. You come out. You teach. You know, you keep pushing. You fast. You meditate. You read. You take what's sufficient unto you. Selah. You give thanks. You repent. You know? And the Most High will make it a light thing unto you. Because when that day of persecution comes, and it is coming, we know, we know that we have to take up that cross. We can't be like Judas last minute, pray and kiss our brothers and be like,
Sell them off, man.
and sell off our brothers, man.
Sell out.
For 30 shekels a soul.
Like I said, the Most High can, we read it, the Most High can replace us, man. But we need to enjoy with our brothers. Quick. Bring this out, King.
This is Sirach chapter 44 and verse 1. Let us now praise famous men and our fathers which begat us. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, have wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did bear rule in their kingdoms, men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding and declaring prophecies, leaders of the people by their counsel and by their knowledge of learning met for the people, wise, eloquent in their instructions, such as found out musical tunes and rejected verses in writing, rich men fashioned with abilities living peaceably in their habitations. All these were honored in their generations and were the glory of their times.
And like I said, see how the scriptures could start manifesting, man. Like I said, these were men that were enduring for our laws, for the coming of the Messiah, the ones that under the Isaiahs, the Jeremiahs, the Habakkuk's, the Daniels, all of them, the Micah, man, Malachi, Malachi done cussed out the heathens. You know, all of them endured for the coming of the Messiah. We should be right now happy and rejoicing.
Hey, there was women as well, man.
Yeah, there was
Yeah, Tabitha, alright, prophetess. There was Judith, alright. There was women, Susanna, alright. What's her? Esther, alright. Even though she went gone on to the, you know what I mean, she still done works for Israel's sake, man.
Khan. And even the mother with her 7 sons in the Maccabees, that was in captivity, but they endured for the laws, man.
Yeah.
They said, see, the mom told them in the Hebrew, see it unto death, as your fathers would.
Yo, man, Yahweh Shai's mum, man. Yahweh Shai's mum, man. Mary, man. Alright, she had to witness him being mashed up on the cross, man, with the dogs around her, man. Dogs come passed around him about. Mary had the dogs around her, man. Madness.
Khan. So we have, when I hear these things and I go through these scriptures and these precepts and I have nothing to complain about apart from the downfall of this kingdom. I should be giving praises for that. My life is nothing unto me. This kingdom right now is nothing unto me. So I give all praises and glory to Yahweh Shai, that He's let me go through my chastisement. Because if He didn't chastise me, I would have been a reprobate. He would have put me back into the world. But for me to get chastised and to come out with understanding, all praises to Yahweh Shai. Because for me that means I know that I'm doing the works. But I just pray that He keeps me doing my works, because I don't want my name jotted down.
Let's get the revelations. If you give me revelations.
Yeah, you get me Revelations 3 and 10. If you get me Revelations chapter 2, verse 25. We're gonna go to 25 first, then 3 and 10, and then I'm gonna pass it on to the Nazarite news. Yeah? Speaking?
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him I will give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
And he shall what?
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That's beautiful to hear to me. My Messiah, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, said to me, hold fast to what I know. I've had understanding from my elders that don't bite off more than what I can chew. If I just hold on, keep reading, keep studying, keep teaching, that I'm gonna rule these damn wicked Edomites, you Ishmaelites, you Moabites, Amorites, all of these wicked nations that have done this to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, done your wickedness and your madness to the so-called blacks, the so-called Latinos, and the Native American, and then cover it up.
Let them know.
And say to us, we should forget about the past, but remember 9/11, that was still your wicked works, but we should forget about the wicked works you did to us. The Most High said, let me hold fast to what I've got. So in that day, Father Kashar, in that day, I pray that He gives me a rod of iron, my brothers a rod of iron, to rule over you, to whip and strip your backs, and give you 10 times more. Read, King.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall he break, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
And we read that earlier. We're going to take their children and dash them into little pieces, man. We're going to break it like a potter's vessel. All praises.
Even as I received of my Father, and I will give him the morning star. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches.
And the churches is only dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
It's not dealing with your Christian pastors. It's only dealing with the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the 12 tribes of Yasharallah. Yeah? That's the churches where the Most High dwells. Read, King.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 2, right? Revelations 3 and 2. Be watchful and strengthen the things which remain, that all that are ready to die, for I have not found thy works perfect before power. Remember therefore how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast and repent.
And what?
And repent. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come on thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come upon thee. Verse Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man may take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, Yahweh. And I will write upon him my new name. And
So these are the things that we have to endure. That's a beautiful thing. So brothers out there, the ones that are waking up, the mighty men and the valiant women that are waking up, and the children that are waking up, Shalom, when you come into this truth, prepare yourself for temptation, but understand you have brothers that are here to help you endure.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, so I'm going to pass it over to the next mighty speaker. He's going to bring up the Nazarite news and let us know about the destruction that's going on, that the Babylonian system is blindsiding you too. I'm going to say, Kala Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and Kwad Yahshemana.